Yo, what is going on, guys? So August is looking like a pretty exciting month. We have a lot going on, and I'm going to break down everything for you in this video. What's going on in the month, the side event, the Juggernaut buff. We'll be tackling it all today. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. Up above me, you can see Quicksilver and Gallon, the two champions coming out this month, which is very exciting. Quicksilver being the Summoner's Choice vote. And just to put that into perspective, the last Summoner's Choice vote champion that we got was Hercules. So the bar is set pretty high for him. And Gallon is essentially a playable Galactus, so the bar is set equally, if not higher, for him. Alright, let's go ahead and get into these notes. So, B36.1, World Heart. At Lord Odin's behest, Karina calls upon the summoner to recover the Cosmic Seed, a lost Asgardian relic of dire consequence capable of birthing a new world tree here in the Battle Realm. After being provided a few clues, the summoner sets out to the Quantum Realm, where they encounter Quicksilver battling the Silver Surfer, the Battle of the Silvers. And after the summoner breaks up the fight, the Surfer slips away to confront the mysterious Gallon, who stole the Cosmic Seed from Asgard. What does it have to do with Quicksilver? Who or what is Galan? Find out this month in World Hearts. So Gallon goes to the Battle Realm. So basically, Deadpool's supposed to be showing Gallon around, but he's going to get him into a bunch of fights. So that'll be interesting, and we're going to be getting free 2-star versions of these champions, so that is exciting. There's also a 2-star login calendar, which we'll talk about in a bit. We're going to have the conclusion to the second iteration of Eternity of Pain, the Anger Edition. So Pain is eternal, and soon a special set of challenges, fights located on a grueling gauntlet path are available for Thronebreaker players and higher. This gauntlet will also be accompanied by 4 solo objectives for Thronebreaker players and 2 additional solo objectives for Paragon players that will further increase the pain and difficulty. So that's very exciting, man. The final rewards for this EOP is insane. Getting 2 full catalysts for tier 6 basic and tier 3 alpha, and 6 stones and a class-based nexus. It's gonna be fun. Very looking forward to opening that up on video for you guys and getting my next rank 4. Then we have an update to Alliance Wars. So Alliance Wars bans update. So starting with Season 36 later this month, the highest banned champions of each season will be put on the blacklist for the following season and will be unavailable for use by players where blacklist is active. As an example, if Human Torch is the most banned champion of Season 35, he will be blacklisted in Season 36, being out of the pool of usable champions for the duration of the season. Now that is also separate to the additional 3 bans that you get per war. So, along with the blacklist, though, comes a whitelist as well. After spending a season on the blacklist, champions will then be whitelisted and be ban immune. If Human Torch was blacklisted for the duration of Season 36, in Season 37 he'll be whitelisted and totally immune to banning for the duration of the season. After 1 season in the whitelist, they will return to the regular pool. Dude, I absolutely love this, because the example is perfect. I have a rank 4 Human Torch, and I've barely gotten to use him in war because he just gets banned like every single war. It's very annoying. I'm sure, well, I think it's also partially because he's so good for the current meta global that we have. So like once he's whitelisted, it probably won't even matter for that season, but still be looking forward to being able to use one of my rank 4s again, because I barely get to use my torch, man. He gets banned in battlegrounds, he gets banned in war. It's everywhere I want to use the guy, he's banned. So Expert and Challenger maps will continue to have 3 bans as they did previously, but will have additional champs included in the bans 2.0 system. Expert will have 2 champions in the black/white list, and Challenger will have 1 champion in the black/white list. So very interesting. And Juggernaut is going to be getting a buff. We'll go take a look at his buff right after we go through the bug fixes and improvements. Let's go through those real quick. So showing assigned members that are assigned but haven't joined yet, an AW and AQ battleground pop-up, or battle group pop-up. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on there. I did hear about this one though. So apparently the one-eyed open node, it was only reflecting the damage. It's supposed to be if you stun the defender, then you attack them, you take that stun, you take the damage that you dealt to them when they were stunned. But apparently this was only working with stun debuffs. So White Magneto's guidance was getting around this. And this is a very common node in Alliance War, and it was a common place to use White Mag's guidance to bypass this, but that's not how it's supposed to be working. So they're fixing it so that all stun effects are reflected back, which is good. Which things are working properly as they should be. Crossbones is getting the mercenary tag. It's cool. Hitmonkey counters mercs, so Hitmonkey buff slightly. And then we have Man-Thing. Fix an issue where Man-Thing was not applying pustules when nullifying non-pustule buffs from the opponent using his basic attacks and special attacks. It's great, man. I freaking love my Man-Thing. I love using my Man-Thing in Battlegrounds. A lot of people just can't handle my Man-Thing. He's just that good, man. I love my Man-Thing. It's awesome. Then we have a Night Thrasher fix an issue where Incinerate and Shock gadget debuffs were triggering the Be Like Water buffs unblockable. I don't even use Night Thrasher. Maybe Brendan McGuire knows about that. And then they're just talking about the one-eyed open note again. So that's what's coming in August. Now let's go ahead and talk about Juggernaut's buff. So Juggy finally getting a buff, man. Great to see it. It's been long overdue. So because if you guys don't know, Juggernaut in the comics is like insanely strong. Like he's a really, really strong character. And in this game, he's an absolute meme. So the reason why Juggernaut is so strong is he gets his power from this being called Sidorak. Sidorak is a very powerful entity. And so Juggernaut has something called the Crimson Gem of Sidorak. And so that's going to be playing into his new abilities. So let's go ahead and talk about it a bit. It's not that complicated. We'll get through this pretty quickly. So Crimson Gem of Sidorak. Juggernaut starts the fight with the Crimson Gem of Sidorak active. When the gem is disabled, if Juggernaut to disable it, Juggernaut has to suffer a non-damaging debuff or be knocked down. While the Crimson Gem is disabled, Juggernaut suffers a 50% weakness passive. So once Juggernaut doesn't have the gem, his attack is cut in half. But you start with it active, and so the ways to disable it is through non-damaging debuff. So now you'll be able to parry Juggernaut to get rid of it, which right now you aren't able to parry him if he's unstoppable. So I think he might actually be a little bit easier to fight after this buff, but definitely a lot better on offense, of course. And then also knocking him down is another way. So while the Crimson Gem of Sidorak is active, Juggernaut is empowered and gains the following. So he gains 1100 attack rating, plus 25% damage reduction, and immunity to reversed controls. So that all makes sense. Let's go ahead and talk about his unstoppable buffs. So Juggernaut can only activate his unstoppable buffs if the Crimson Gem of Sidorak is active. Juggernaut gains one unstoppable buff each time he dashes or lands a hit, but loses one unstoppable buff each time he is hit, enters a block, or blocks an attack. So basically, the way you're going to be wanting to play Juggernaut is like a madman. You're going to be wanting to dash in, keep on dashing, keep doing combos, just play crazy with him, which sounds fun, how it should be. That's how you should be playing Juggernaut, right? So unstoppable buffs decrease by 1 every 1.25 seconds. The timer is reset each time an unstoppable buff is added or removed when Juggernaut dashes backwards. Each unstoppable buff provides the following: 234 attack rating, increased power rate by 2.5%, and it lowers the opponent's chance to trigger stun debuffs by 20%. If this ability prevents a stun debuff from triggering, Juggernaut loses 7 of his unstoppable buffs. So you want to stack as many as you can, and then he has something called maximum momentum. So while Juggernaut has 10 unstoppable buffs, he gains an unblockable passive, making his next blocked attack unblockable at the cost of 10 unstoppable buffs. After landing a maximum momentum unblockable attack, that's a mouthful, Juggernaut is unable to gain his unstoppable buffs for 7 seconds and places a wither debuff on the opponent, reducing their power rate by 50% for 10 seconds. So another champion gaining access to that wither effect that Spidey99, I think, pioneered into the contest, is the first champ to have it. Okay, heavy attack. So 100% chance to stagger the opponent for 8 seconds. And if the Gem of Sidorak is active, 2 staggers, kind of like Jane Fonda. And then special attacks, activate the Crimson Gem if it's disabled. On your special 1, you're going to go ahead and gain an Energize buff. So it's going to increase your combative power rate. Special 2 is going to deals physical damage, and while at maximum momentum, 100% chance to gain a Fury buff, granting plus 4692 attack rating for 10 seconds. That's a pretty big Fury. It's a fat Fury, man. Special 3, when activated, the Crimson Gem of Sidorak cannot be removed for 20 seconds, while at maximum momentum, inflict a stun debuff on the opponent for 4 seconds. The only problem with that Special 2, though, is the Fury only lasts 10 seconds. That's a pretty short duration. And then we have the signature ability, Gem Acclamation. So the weakness passive from the Crimson Gem of Sidorak is reduced by 5% and becomes a debuff instead. That sounds pretty good. Could probably heal from willpower with that as well. And then all attacks have a 3% chance per unstoppable buff to nullify a buff from the opponent. So that's Juggy's buff. Sounds interesting. It's definitely going to make him a lot better on attack, but might even make him a little bit worse defensively. I don't know. I'm going to hold my judgment until I actually play him, see the numbers, see the damage for myself. But yeah, I hope this buff is a banger. But regardless, I'm sure he's going to be better than he is right now anyways. All right, now let's go ahead and talk about the side quest. So the too long didn't read complete weekly side quests and objectives in Galan goes to the, or I think it's Gallon, like a gallon of milk, that's how you say his name. Gallon goes to the battle realm to earn rewards, including Gatekeeper crystals and shards, and celebrate the first summoners to defeat Realm of Legends, Labyrinth of Legends, and Abyss of Legends with special gifts, offers, and a trade in store. Talk about that more in a sec, which is something I want to talk about. So Gallon goes to the battle realm. So Karina has enlisted Deadpool to give Gallon a tour of the battle realm. Hijinks ensue. Each quest offers 1 open path and 4 champion gated paths. Champions needed to be gained from a special calendar and from meta crystals. Like I was talking about earlier, we're going to have a 2-star champion calendar to get some of these gated champions. And quest rewards can be found on path, as well as in completion and exploration rewards. So format, 5 weekly side quests with 4 champion gated paths, 1 open path, 1 energy per step. Gatekeeper calendar with 2-star champion champs required to fully explore side quests. 4 difficulties. Collect Gatekeeper crystal shards for completing Gallon Wonderland solo events, and complete Who Keeps the Gatekeeper solo objectives for Thronebreaker Plus. So here's the 2-star champion calendar. So it's just every day we're going to get a new 2-star, which is pretty cool. I think there's going to be definitely some new 2-stars for me, which is good. Just expand my roster, expand my hero rating. Good stuff for level up, you know. So we got Storm, Star-Lord, Joe Fixit, Black Widow, Voodoo, She-Hulk, Cable, Gwenpool, Sentinel, Semi-Supreme, Thing, Namor, Guardian, Black Widow, Deadly Origin, Sorcerer Supreme, Silver Centurion, American Chavez, Jubilee, Misty Knight, Scorpion, Airwalker, Terrax, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Silver Surfer. All as 2-stars this month. Pretty cool. It's going to be a lot of new ones for me, I'm pretty sure. And these champions are also going to be in the crystal pool for the Cavs for this month, which they're not showing us yet. But if you guys noticed, Cosmic Ghost Rider and Scorpion, 2 bangers in those crystals. I like the sound of that crystal pool. If you don't have a Cosmic Ghost Rider, some people are going to be getting a brand new 6-star Cosmic Ghost Rider next month. That's an absolute win. Okay, so the solo events, there's going to be 5 of these, and they last weekly. And if you complete them all, you're going to get basically enough for 2 calves or 2 full crystals. So there's 10 of these, or sorry, there's 5 weeks, so it's 10 of the crystals from these solo events, essentially. And to do it, you just have to win fights with those specific champions, and the higher star level of champions you're fighting, the more points you're going to earn. And then here we have full quest completion and exploration rewards. We're going to be focusing on the final one. So we can take a quick look at the epic one. It's 1,500 6-star shards in here. It's kind of weak. But alright, the legendary one is where all the good stuff is. So there's 6,500 6-star shards up for grabs. But there's also, I think, the same thing we had this month, where you can either choose between 1 mythic crystal or 3,000 6-star shards. I definitely advise just going for the 3,000 6-star shards, and if you do that, then you're getting almost 10, it's 9,500, almost 10,000 6-star shards just from the side event. Pretty solid, man, pretty solid. And then we're also getting, there's a 5-star Nexus, 5 generic 6-star signature stones, I think it's just 1 plus 5. So yeah, not too bad for the side event. 1.2 million gold, that's nice. And then here we have some solo objectives. So there's 5 weeks of these. And you just have to have, I think, 1 of these champions on your team. Yeah, I think just 1. You might have to have all of them. I don't know. But if you do that, the first week you're gonna get 5 more 6-star seed stones. And then the following weeks you're going to be getting rank 4 materials. So a total of 9,000 tier 3 alpha and what is that? That's 11,400 tier 6 basic. So not bad, again, just for the side event. And so here's the Gatekeeper crystals. Here's the pool. It's basically most of the champions that we listed on that calendar. The really notable ones in here: Cosmic Ghost Rider, Scorpion, Storm, I guess, is pretty good now. Voodoo's still pretty good. Sim Supreme. Yeah, so definitely a pretty decent pool. Sorcerer Supreme too. Definitely some good champs in there. Have some good champs in there. Then we're also going to have a Legend Celebration. So this is celebrating the first person to beat Realm of Legends, Labyrinth of Legends, and Abyss of Legends. Now this, dude, like I wish I could go back in time and just not sleep when Abyss came out and just do it all at once. Because I think I was like the 18th or 19th person in the world to complete Abyss. Wish I would have done it faster so I could have been the first person, man. Because then I'd be celebrated on these days. Maybe for the next Everest type content, I'll try to complete it and be the first person in the world to do it. That would be crazy. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know. We'll have to see. That sounds very exciting though. But yeah, so with this login calendar here, if you're Cavalier and above, day 1 Ultimate Crystal, day 2 4-star Crystal, day 3 Legendary Crystal, day 4 5-star Crystal, sorry, day 4 5-star Crystal, day 5 Mythic Crystal, day 6 a T2 Alpha Catalyst, and day 7 9000 T5 Basic Catalyst Fragments. I wish there was a 6-star Crystal on day 6. But yeah, whatever. And then they're also bringing back these 7-hour, I love these 7-hour login crystals, man. It's basically like another free crystal, but like these ones are way better. So we got 4 5-star shards. I wish there was 6-star shards in here. Not sure why there isn't. But there's legendary crystal shards, I guess. That's not good though. But boosts, potions, revives, units. So I'd be very happy to get boosts, units, or refills. So hope I get those. And these will be lasting for a week. And then we also have a trade-in store. Actually, I don't think I read this the first time. Okay, so it's just with those types of items. So you can trade in some catalysts, you can trade in some lower level potions and revives. This is good. Just because like right now, for example, I have like a level 2 potion and I have a bunch of level 5 potions in overflow, and I have a couple level 2 revives in overflow. So if I could just convert those to a higher level, I could save them from expiring. So I do like events like this. Help me make my stash even better. And then also returning to the contest from August 22nd to August 29th, we have 4, 5, and 6-star arenas with up to 10,000 6-star shards that you can grind out. This is awesome. Usually it's with like 2-star champions, and it's not that difficult to do. So I hope it's like that again. I love when they do that. It gets most people that don't grind arena into the arena, which is always a good thing. And then Halls of Healing, Halls of Fortune, and Halls of Glory will be returning, rotating daily. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's what we have to look forward to in the month of August. I don't think Battlegrounds will be coming back in August. I think they'll probably be coming in September. It also doesn't look like we're getting Act 8 in August. So maybe that in September as well. But yeah, the future of the contest is looking good. I'm also just very excited for these 2 champions above. I really hope both of them are just brokenly, insanely good. Like, I hope these 2 are like 2 of the best champs releases here. I really hope the ball is not dropped on them. And you guys already know, as soon as I can post content on them, I will be. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Now you are in the know. You know everything going down in August. This is all the information I have for you. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a like, subscribe if you like to see more content. We are going to be pushing for 100K, man. We're just a little over 5,000 subs away. Insane. Thank you guys for all the support lately. It seriously means so much to me. Love you all. Peace out.